Hey, how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward, and today you're going to get a little snippet that was taken from a live coaching session that I did for the Total Fitness Bodybuilding Inner Circle Coaching Club. Part of the Inner Circle is every single week I do a live coaching Q&A and basically get on there and just answer questions live in real time for my Inner Circle Coaching Club members. And this one is a little snippet that covers tips for improving your heart health as you're following a bulk up program. And I think this is important because a lot of times when people focus on bodybuilding and bulking up and getting bigger, they kind of neglect their health in effort to just pack on the pounds. And that can be a mistake, and it can lead to some serious consequences down the road. So I'm just going to take you over right now and show you the little snippet. I just want to give you a heads up. The quality of this video is not that great because it was shot on a webcam and it is actually a live stream. It's not pre-recorded on a camcorder like this is. So the quality of the video isn't that great, but I think the content of the video is. So let's jump right into it.
Our live video chat, sorry. We got Adele joining us from Toronto, and he says, do you have any tips on how to keep a healthy heart for a big bodybuilder? He says, I plan to get up to 250 pounds in my next off season at 5'8". Yeah, I do have some tips. Now, I've never been 250 pounds, but I've been up to 240 at 5'6.5". So if you work out the height difference, it's pretty close. I'll be honest. When I was that big, strength, especially power lifts and your max effort, squat, bench, deadlift, all that kind of heavy stuff, was at its absolute best. I was at my strongest power-wise when I was at that weight. My cardiovascular conditioning sucked. I would get winded doing the most simplest of tasks at that weight. So what I would recommend in order to keep your heart healthy is to do cardio year-round, even while you're bulking. I wouldn't neglect it. I mean, even if it cut into some of the gains that you made, like maybe, okay, your goal is to shoot for 250, but you're doing regular cardio and you peak out at 240. You're still better off doing cardio and keeping your cardiovascular and your endurance at a good level of fitness rather than probably scrapping the cardio and packing on that extra 10 pounds. Cardiovascular exercise is critical. And you see virtually all top-level bodybuilders these days, all professionals, include cardio in their routine to some degree. Gone are the days of old when bodybuilders would avoid cardio thinking that, hey, I'm just burning up calories and it's going to cut down on my gains. That's a thing of the past, and it's not healthy, especially if you're planning on really getting big. And of course, 250 at 5'8", that's big. So you don't want to be, the big muscular bodybuilder or the big muscular powerlifter who dies of a heart attack at, 50 years old because he didn't look after himself, right? And I actually know of people personally that has happened to. But anyway, cardio, number one. Other thing that would definitely help, just focus on general relaxation and stress relief in your life. I mean, stress, regardless if you're 250 pounds or 150 pounds, is the silent killer. So anything that you can do to reduce stress in your life. Meditation. I know this kind of seems like a bit of hocus pocus, mumbo jumbo, far out hippie stuff, but it does work. If you can focus on meditative exercises, relaxation exercises, this stuff definitely does help. And I'll give you something that I've used a lot. You can get audio programs that are like guided meditation programs. HoloSync is another one. And what it is they're audio programs that instead of trying to do meditation by yourself, like sitting in a quiet room and focus on nothing. I mean, that's hard to do. That is very hard to do. And most people, especially if you're untrained, can't keep your mind clear for any prolonged period of time. Because as soon as you try and quiet your mind, stuff that comes from, stress from work or family situations or crap that you're dealing with in your day-to-day life starts popping into your mind. And then you're constantly trying to block that out in order to relax. And it can be very frustrating. But if you have like an audio program and you do a guided meditation or something along those lines, there's several different types of programs like this out there. It can You follow along with that program and it can make the process much easier. It's almost like cheating for meditation, but it works really well. So that's some stuff that I would recommend. Um, HoloSync is one you can look up. I mean, there's other ones online that you can look into that are a fraction of the cost, and that can definitely help. Even, if you look on YouTube, you can see some guided meditation programs on YouTube as well that can definitely help. When you're doing these, I recommend listening to these audio programs with headphones, because very often the way they work is they'll send different tones to each ear. It's not just a generic tone. They're in stereo, so they might send one tone or one message to your left ear and then simultaneously sending another message to your right ear, and it kind of sends messages that you can absorb subconsciously, and tones and sounds and audio programs, and it just helps to relax your body and relax your mind, because it's not a specific sound that you're listening to. It's kind of stuff that's in the background that your subconscious is picking up. But again, it helps to relax you, and again, you can follow along with a guided meditation. Um, there's another, shoot, I'll just look it up really quick. A guy that I've ordered some guided meditations from. This is important stuff, so I want to just dig it out. Paul Sheely, I think his name is. Paul Sheely from Learning Strategies. If you go up, or actually you can go to learningstrategies.com, and they have a bunch of MP3 audio programs that you can download, and they're like guided meditation type programs. I've downloaded several of these myself, and I find them very, very good. They're a little bit pricey. I mean, you're probably going to pay 20 or 30 bucks or something like that for an audio program that you would download, but I think it's definitely worth it, And he has the audios based on different topics. So, I mean, you can kind of go through it yourself, but if that's one that I would definitely recommend if you want to focus on this. So again, Paul Sheely, Learning Strategies Corporation, and it's learningstrategies.com is his website. Those are some that I've used. Other things that you can do to keep your heart healthy with your diet, focusing on natural, unprocessed foods, trying to keep the junk food and the processed foods to a minimum, focusing on getting a lot of omega-3 fatty acids in your diet, the anti-inflammatory, focus on getting a lot of green vegetables and green supplements in your diet, digestive enzymes so that your body can utilize the nutrients that you're consuming and digest them and absorb them easier on your body. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do, and it all basically comes down to living an overall healthy lifestyle, even though you're pushing your limits in the gym and focusing on building mass. I mean, you still want to do that, but have the foundation of a healthy lifestyle underneath. One of the worst things you can do is do the dirty bulk diet. And I mean, we all know guys who've done this. They're eating McDonald's, they're eating pizza, they're eating French fries and ice cream and all this kind of crap just so they're shoveling in the calories in order to gain weight. I mean, it can work in the short term, and yeah, you can pile on a lot of weight quickly. And if you have a fast metabolism, I mean, you can even stay relatively lean eating that kind of stuff and fill out your frame and gain a lot of weight. But, what is the long-term consequences of all that processed crap and chemicals and everything else? Because, I mean, when you're eating foods, if you're looking at the nutritional label and there's words there that you can't pronounce, or you have no idea what it is, I mean, that's chemicals and preservatives and God knows what you're putting into your body. So always try and base your diet around natural, healthy, unprocessed foods, and just to do so to keep yourself in a caloric surplus. And even if you're making gains slower, it'll be a healthier and safer approach long term. So again, those are some tips that I have for keeping yourself healthy, and that applies whether you're bulking or cutting or just maintaining or whatever. But definitely, it's more important, especially as you get bigger, because the bigger you are, the more stress you are placing on your body, the more stress you're placing on your heart and lungs and everything else. So it just becomes more important.
So there you go. Hopefully you found this video helpful. And if you would like to become a member of the Total Fitness Bodybuilding Inner Circle Coaching Club, I'd love to have you on board. All you have to do is go over to totalfitnessbodybuilding.com and you can sign up for a risk-free trial membership. And again, I'd love to have you join our Inner Circle community. So hopefully you found this video helpful, and stay tuned for more videos and content coming your way. Take care. Over and out.